Proposed.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome everyone. This is Money for Teachers, turn goals into growth with CEF funding. We have money to give.
Yay.
So this is who we are. The CEF is the California Education Foundation, and we are the arm of CATESOL that takes money in to give money to teachers. So CATESOL runs the conferences and takes membership, actually makes income. We don't make any income. We just take donations, and then we give those donations 100% back to the teachers. This is our board. I'm the president. Nirmala, where are you, Nirmala? Say hi. She's our vice president. And then we
Hello,
have
everyone.
Margie here. She's our director of communications. Emily's our awards person. And Dr. Sadiq Papal is our liaison. Wave, Dr. Papal.
Yeah, hi.
And Erica and Judy are not here. Judy's our treasurer and Erica's our secretary. So that's our board right now. Every year we have an election. So if you're interested in joining our board, let us know. So I'm going to turn it over to Emily, who's our awards coordinator, to talk about some of our awards.
Right. Thank you, Susan. So again, my name is Emily Wong, and I am the CATESOL Awards Coordinator. One of the most important ways that we carry out our mission of providing funding to support education opportunities to teachers is through our awards. And I want to use this opportunity to introduce the awards that we do have and are running this year, many of which are sponsored by CEF. So on this slide, I will focus on the level awards, and we'll start with the Community College Level Professional Development Award. So this award basically recognizes a teacher through their dedication and passion via a nomination by a friend or a colleague. The prize is $500. So this is not a small amount, right? And so if you work at the community college level, this would be a great award to look into, even if you want to nominate your colleague or friend. The next award is the College University Level English Language Award, which is also $500. In this award, 1 to 2 people may submit their unpublished research on English language research. It could be a student, like a graduate student and their professor, or it could be a professor, but the winner or winners would receive a total of $500. And finally, and this was for you, Hannah, the Sam Price Family Foundation Adult Level Professional Development Award. In this award, 2 adult level instructors submit a plan to promote professional development, and the winning team would receive free registration to the upcoming annual CATESOL conference in the fall, as well as a 1-year membership. So like these 3 awards are meant for just the different levels, but we can move on to the next page where it isn't by level, but rather memorial awards or interest groups. So if you could please change to the
Can
next
we just
slide.
ask if they have any questions about these awards first?
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, we could do that. Any questions?
Um, I just put something in the chat because I just wanted people to know the College University Award. It can be any teachers, not just professors. You mentioned
That's
professors.
true. Yeah. Thank you,
I didn't
Margie.
want
Yeah.
people to think it had to be a graduate student or a professor, and it can be classroom-based research. We're
Yes.
looking for. As an editor of the journal, we actually one of the things is that we'll work with the author to ready it for publication in the journal. That's one of the other things that you get with the award if the piece is ready. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting,
And,
Margie.
and I have a question for you, Emily, and that's the question that Iris raised before. She was with us in another meeting, and she wanted to know whether a person needs to be uh, a CATESOL member to receive these awards or not.
Thank you for bringing that up. I was going to talk about that at the end, but for these specific awards, you do need to be a CATESOL member.
Okay.
But to be a CATESOL member, I'm very happy to say, is very affordable right now. So going to the CATESOL.org website and to sign up as a member of $30 per year. And also when you are applying for these awards, they will remind you to go to that website to be a member. For the Sam Price Family Foundation Award, even if you are already a member, you would just get another year of free membership.
Thank you.
Margie has another question.
That one will be in the memorial.
Mhm.
Well, and also I want to clarify, thank you, Margie. Because they are registered, they have to register for the conference. You would have to register as a member. That was one of the issues from last year. So I'm not really sure.
That's not an
due
issue
to-
this year.
Oh, okay. If it's not an issue, that's good. Good to know. Yeah.
So they can register for the conference and get their
Register as non-members, but the price is higher than becoming a CATESOL member and registering as a member.
I see. Okay.
So
I'm glad to hear that.
we'd have to talk about that in terms of the few people that may not be members that are getting a conference
Yeah.
registration. But we'll work that out internally.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Okay, everybody ready?
Any other questions?
Okay, next slide.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we move on to memorial awards and interest group awards. So we offer memorial awards and an interest group award. The memorial awards honor individuals who've made contributions to the field of English language education, and the hope is to provide more access to professional development opportunities to people like you. The Rick Sullivan Award supports students in a graduate program studying TESOL or TEFL. We want to encourage, students who will one day be teachers to start their professional development early. And we hope through this award that they have an opportunity. So the winners of this award would be able to get their the annual CATESOL conference registration covered. And each year we have varying numbers, but last year we had up to 9 students come, and that was amazing. They usually share their experiences through the newsletter after by kind of sharing what they learned from the professional development that they attended, from the conference, from connecting with other teachers. So it's really overall a great experience for the graduate students. We also have the Gordon Johnson Award that supports both graduate students as well as part-time teachers who strive to implement creativity and innovation in their lessons. Winners of this award would receive a 1-year CATESOL membership. And finally, on this page, the award that grabs the most attention, as you can see, with $1,000, is the Ron Lee Technology Award. As the award suggests, this award focuses on how we use technology in the classroom. And I want to remind everyone, please do not be intimidated by this award and think that you have to be some kind of super techie person. That is not the case for this award. In fact, just using more tech or fancy tech or whatever does not guarantee you a win for this award. It's actually how effectively you are using technology to help your students learn English. That's what's key. So even if it is old tech, it's still considered, we are still considering that. So do not be intimidated by this. Don't think that there's no way that we can win this because it's not super fancy technology like AI or all of that. No, we just want to know, are you using it effectively? And the submission to this award, you would be explaining what you implemented in the classroom, how the students respond, how the students learn. So that's where we want to better understand your project. So again, don't be hesitant to apply. Don't think that this is just for people who are very savvy with technology. So yeah, but essentially, if you do win, you can win up to $1,000. And yes, and from Margie's comment, if it's transferable to other teachers' contexts, that's even more awesome because we want to be able to spread these ideas all around. So again, I do want to thank CEF for sponsoring these awards. The last one that I want to speak of, Hannah, yes, please share your question.
Yeah, I have a question about this technology award. In
Mhm.
fact, I applied for it last year, but no
Mm,
luck. Yeah. So, and I included my lesson plan with the
mhm,
AI chatbot that we were
mhm,
created. So in Saddleback, there is an age group, and we worked really hard on creating different applications, and that was the chatbot conversation on shopping. So, and I
mm,
created a lesson plan and then just integrated this, assignment into that. So, the focus should be on not technology. Yeah, technology should be included, but I mean, like, what is the impact or how effectively the teacher uses the technology? Am I right?
Effectively, and also, I mean, effectively meaning how is it transferring to the students, right? Like, how are the students improving in their English, being able to show that. I know there's an assessment component of some sort. It doesn't have to be like a test, but like, how is the teacher assessing students to show that they are actually improving in their
Mhm.
English is
Okay.
also considered. Yeah. So I understand. That when the judges review the submissions, they have a rubric that they follow, which is also included in the Ronley Technology application form. But
Mhm.
ultimately, it is to see, like we do receive, a number of submissions every year. So it is based on,
Mhm.
again, we wish we could give this award, to everyone who submits and really tries. But ultimately it is like reviewing all those different components,
Mhm.
lesson plan, looking at
Yeah,
like what's
okay,
the
got it. So I
impact.
think I missed on assessment because it's like, how can I assess how
Yeah.
they, practice with chatbot?
Exactly, yeah. And just, yeah, exactly. The outcomes, as Margie included, like
Mhm.
knowing that is really the key because just using the technology is
Mhm.
not necessarily, any teacher can do that, but
Mhm.
using it effectively really means our students able to take from it and really apply, and learn from it and, yeah, successfully, learn more English through that
I'm
means.
gonna try maybe this time.
Yeah.
I have a second application. I
Oh,
hope I will have more luck with
The more
with
you
this one.
try, the more chances you have. And
yeah.
Emily, sometimes you give two awards out, right?
Yeah, so like this past year we gave two awards out, so it could be the max is two, so you can get either 500 or if we can only, find one winner, then we give 1,000. But ultimately, yeah, we want to be able to recognize who we can that we think deserves this award. And
Okay,
Ron
and I
Lee himself.
applied everything is that is available. Thank
Yeah, and please do, if you have any questions about just even the submission process itself, the contact. So I'm the awards coordinator, but there is a specific Ron Lee award
you.
coordinator. So either you email me or email the coordinator. We can answer your questions
Thank you.
to the best of
Thank
our
you so much.
abilities.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for applying though, and good luck this year.
Thanks.
Do we have any other questions or comments? No?
Yeah, I have a question about deadlines on these. I know the
Mhm.
CATESOL's in November. What's the deadline for applying for these
Yeah, so
awards?
Yeah, so it depends, and I'll show you the website a little bit later. We have posted the deadlines there, but in general, there'll be most of them will be sometime in August, with the consideration of possibly an extension depending on how many submissions we get. But the reason why, even though our conference is not until November, as teachers, we're all quite busy, of course, and usually we need some time to be able to judge the award and also communicate all that information to the CATESOL conference team so that we'll be ready to present them in November. But in general, many of them will be due in August sometime. mid-August, end of August, something around there. Thank you for that question.
All right.
Any other questions? Okay, so we'll move on to the next slide, which is we also have one award right now, which is actually more of a contest, and currently it's for a community college level student essay contest. And for this, we feel that, being teachers, one of the joys is being able to read about their experiences. And so each year, students are asked to write on a certain prompt, usually related to their experience of English language learning. And it is judged based on the content as well as the writing abilities. This is very meaningful to me, especially when I get to see the winning submission, what kind of impact the teacher has had on the student, as well as just the student being in this country learning. And so I always really love this contest. The winner of this award will receive $200 worth of ESL books, sponsored by Townsend Press. So these awards are a clear example of our mission in action. By providing this funding, we are supporting educators in professional development, which ultimately then benefits the students that we serve. And so, when teachers have access to more opportunities for growth, it really helps them be better equipped for just all the diverse needs and just changes that are happening in our country and our world right now, as well as just to the needs of the learners. These awards are not just about financial support, but also just recognizing the work that you do, and so we want to thank you for that. I also, if you can go to the next slide. Again, want to give an opportunity to apply for the awards, and that is the QR code to our website, CATESOL Education Foundation. If you have any questions about awards, please contact me at that email, catesolawards@gmail.com, or the respective awards coordinator. Susan, are you sharing right now? You are, right? Do you have the CATESOL Education Foundation.org page up, or would you like me to share that?
I'll let you share it. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we got a question.
Oh,
Alex.
hi, Alex.
Hi there. I wanted to just let you know where my question is coming from. So I'm currently the K through 12 assistant level chair for CATESOL. And one of our goals this year was to increase the engagement for K through 12 because we've seen it's been a little quiet. And one of the things we wanted to do was create some form of award or something. And I guess we were wondering if you had ever in the past offered something for the K through 12 level, or and if not, is that something in the future that might be a consideration, or if we could run our ideas by through you, if that's something that we could collaborate with.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for letting me know, Alex, and welcome. It's rare for me to see a K through 12 person, so I'm really glad to meet you and hear from you. We did used to run K through 12 awards, actually. So the way it works, and I will also speak to this, we have coordinators who support in running the awards. I manage the coordinators, but for the last handful of years, we haven't had a K through 12 coordinator, and thus, because we just have not enough people to support volunteers, we haven't been able to run certain awards for that reason. And so I would love to talk to you more about if we can start up that award again. We used to have student essay contests for that as well, where it was split between up to elementary school and then also junior high and high school. But we don't currently have a K through 12 award coordinator. And that is someone that I was going to mention in the next slide after this, that if someone were interested, I would love to collaborate with them to start that award again. We can rethink how that looks, what that looks like for both the professional development side for teachers and also for the students. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I will be in touch.
Yeah. So you can note down my catesoawards@gmail.com email. Thank you, Alex. Okay. So Susan, did you want to share or did you say that I was going to share?
You're going to share.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So can everyone see my screen?
It's coming. There it is.
So in opening this site, don't stop here where it says changes underway because we are updating this site. But ultimately, if you keep scrolling, you'll be able to see that there is a section on awards. And so it would go directly to the sponsored awards that I mentioned earlier. And it clearly states, who is in scope of the award. And it'll also provide the application link if there is one, as well as the flyer, as well as the deadline. So Rick Sullivan, Gordon Johnson, this is the one where you can have the 1 year CATESOL membership. This one, the deadline is various. We used to have just one deadline, but we thought, we want to give people more opportunities to be able to apply to this award and get membership. And so one membership just passed May 1st, but the next one would be in July, I believe. So if you click in here, you'd be able to see more information about that on the application form. We also have the Ron Lee Award, August 17th. The Sam Price Family Foundation Award for the adult level instructors. Community college instructors, this is the one that I mentioned in the level award. This is the Student Essay Contest Award. And the College University English Language Research Award. So this one has been put on hold temporarily, but once the information is ready, we would post this. And so essentially each of them, they have information, whether a flyer that you want to print out for yourself or for your colleagues, for your teachers, if you happen to be a coordinator. And so hopefully this will help. But again, if you have any questions about these awards, let us know. If there are suggestions for awards, you can also let us know. We're all open for improvement and also just what would meet the needs of you, essentially. Let's see if there's any questions. Oh yeah, thank you, Song, for posting my email address. Yeah, any questions while I'm still on this website?
I have a question about the research one.
Mhm.
If you're an adult ed instructor, but you want to submit research, is that
Mhm.
possible?
Yeah, and Margie spoke about that earlier. Probably you were just logging on, but essentially any person who has conducted research and want to share about that, it would have to be unpublished research. But yes, you may, even if you are in the um, adult level.
Right, this was originally an award that was designed for graduate students, and so it was taken by the college university level because they're the ones where the TESOL instructors are. But we've changed it and we've opened it to all instructors and graduate students. So while it is the college university level award, anyone is welcome to present their research. And classroom-based research is perfectly acceptable.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Thank you for the question, Barbara. Any other questions? No? Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing and Susan, you can share again, please.
Okay.
So just to wrap up my part of the presentation, there are awards volunteer opportunities. Volunteering is a great way to start getting connected with CATESOL, with CEF, and I'm in need of coordinators to help me support these awards. And this is a great way that's kind of like Not too much time dedication needed per year. If you're interested in just learning more, let me know. But at the moment, I am looking for an assistant award coordinator, an IEP level award coordinator, and as I told Alex, a K through 12 level award coordinator. So if this is something that you're interested in or just want to know more about, feel free to reach out so that I can give you some ideas. And for IEP and K through 12, they are currently not running, so they wouldn't be for this year. But if you'd like to support for next year, we can start brainstorming early and get that off the ground by the time next year starts. Any questions about this? Nope. All right. Well, thank you. And really use this opportunity to apply. Every year, some awards get, many submissions, but some don't at all. And we just think it's probably because people don't know about them. And that's why we are using this time to share them more in depth. So thank you for really taking the time to listen and hear, see what kind of opportunities you can have to actually get money.
So next is Nirmala, and she's going to talk about our disaster relief fund.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Once again, my name is Nirmala Flores. I'm the Vice President of CEF, and I'm here to share with you about the Disaster Relief Fund. And so the disaster is something that we really don't want to wish anyone, but disasters are inevitable in our lives. So, and in fact, in times of disaster, whether it's natural or human caused, educators like us are often usually the ones to support others, even if we ourselves are impacted. And within our CATESOL community, many members are navigating through personal loss, displacement, and disruption while continuing to help others, specifically our students and fellow teachers. So, to respond to this urgent need, we are offering targeted relief grants ranging from $250 to $1,000 for CATESOL members who are currently experiencing or have recently experienced the effects of disaster or mass trauma. So these funds are designed to provide flexible, immediate support for essential needs that often fall outside the scope of traditional aid systems. Applicants will submit a brief personal statement describing their circumstances along with a detailed budget outlining how the funds will be used. So this ensures that support is both responsive and transparent while centering the lived realities of our members. So, importantly, this grant is intended to fill critical gaps. Applicants will also provide documentation showing that their needs are not covered by FEMA. And I have to look up FEMA again in my own. So, it's actually the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and it's a US government agency that helps people and communities prepare for and respond to or recover from and mitigate disasters. So, so this grant um, will only cover those who are not covered by FEMA or other disaster assistance programs, and recognizing that many educators face barriers to accessing federal aid. So at its core, this initiative is about care, dignity, and community. And by directly supporting educators in moments of crisis, we strengthen not only individual recovery, but the resilience of the classrooms and communities they serve every day. So, with that, do you have any questions? By the way, if you're receiving over $600, you're required to complete a W-9 form. And that's it. But any questions about this grant or funding?
You need to think of disaster, not just a disaster, a fire or flood.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
also mass trauma,
Yeah.
your trauma. And like Nirmala said, we are always taking care of others and not
Mhm.
taking care of ourselves.
Well, I have a question about, what constitutes disaster relief. If we're involved with protesting ICE
Mhm.
and we get abducted, Um, would this disaster relief cover a lawyer? I mean, that was kind of a gnarly question, but I'm really curious
Yeah.
if, how
Yeah.
that might,
I don't
if
think
that
the
would
funding
work.
would be enough.
Yeah, we've actually talked about that and discussed what would cover, and it will always be like a case to case basis. So it'll depend also on the need and the amount of money that is needed. So yeah, so in cases like that, thank you for your question. We would discuss it among ourselves as a team, and then let you know if that's something that is doable for us or feasible.
Yeah, because the
I hope I
money's not
covered.
really enough, Barbara, for a lawyer.
Yeah, but every little bit helps.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be discounted for that. It's really anything that, helps you rebuild and sustain your classroom. And if
Mhm.
getting a lawyer is what's going to help you do that, then that is a possible thing to look into.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's not going
being on the front lines with these immigrants and refugees,
Mhm.
Mm.
it's likely, that you show up to stand up for them, and
Yeah.
you get taken too, and
Mhm.
it's a whole can of worms, isn't it?
This is why we
Mhm.
have the
Yeah.
disaster relief fund.
Right. And that's why while this grew out of the fires in Southern California. Unfortunately, there have been more and more things that have created a great deal of stress and disruption, including ice, etc. And so we've thought about this more as a larger relief. We've expanded the scope a little bit in terms of um, what the cause of that disaster might be. And there is, if you go to that QR code, you can take a look at at the application. The other issue around a lawyer might be just the speed at which we could get this money out. If you're looking for a lawyer like immediately, that may be difficult. But if it's a long-term need, then that may be something we can look at. I'm not sure, Norma, is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. So overall, apply anyway, and then we will definitely take into account your situation, whatever that may be, whether it's ice related or fire or mass trauma. Yeah, no one will be discounted from any of the disasters. You would just have to sit down as a team and figure out if this is feasible for us, and especially in terms of the amount, also in terms of the coverage. If it's already covered by FEMA, then we will not be able to assist. So
So
that's what I'm.
Song asked a good question. Song, you want to ask it?
Yes. So what if someone, because I actually had someone reached out asking for support, or they had to discontinue their membership, becoming a member because they got laid off or they lost their assignment and they were in a financial situation where they couldn't attend or join the conference, but they really wanted to. Could those people apply and then explain their financial situation, what they're in?
That's actually a good question. And we have not encountered that question before. So, something that we will have to discuss again. But more than likely, I'm open to that. Actually, I personally don't mind supporting that as part of a disaster. But of course, I would have to, yeah, ask the whole team to see what they think. So, thank you, Song, for that question.
I think the danger in that is that unfortunately there are just so many people right now who are facing something like that. We may want to consider, and this is something that CATESOL already has some kinds of funds that are there to cover that. If the instructor could make the case that they're facing a financial issue because of a clear disaster, and we do have to define what that means, but because it's mass trauma, I don't know that an individual's layoff, unfortunately, necessarily fits in for this particular support. There may be other support. We see this more, I mean, this was conceived more as in response to something like ICE or something like the wildfires or some event that was a little bit more widespread than like one individual's layoff. However, it is true, given our current administration and other things, that these layoffs are becoming more and more common. And so maybe that is something that CEF can have a look at. We also might want to, Song and Dr. Prapal, talk about all the different funds that are available and whether there is a way to support people for the conference through this or other funds.
Yes,
There should
thank
be.
you.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
should be, but we would probably have to come up with criteria, which we don't have right now.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Any
feel
other- Good.
So feel free to scan the QR code if you're interested, but we will have access to this these slides, right, Susan, to everyone. Yeah, and we have it also in our website, or we will post the slides on the website for
Oh,
people to see. Yeah,
we're
or
recording this too,
or
so,
re-recording. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's all for me.
okay. So also, we rely on donations, and donations can be small. It can be $1 a month, or $5 a month. That's how we get our money. Everybody who works on the board is a volunteer, and the only way we can receive money is through donations. So if you're so inclined to donate to CATESOL, we would really appreciate it. And then I think that's the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have any questions.
We also, just to say, also periodically, we do have various grants, book clubs and other things. Right now, I think we just finished filling one book club for DEI, but there may be others down the road. So keep watching the website.
And if you have an idea like Alex of something you want to do with K-12 and it costs money, that's what we're for. You come to us and ask us to fund you. So if we have no more questions, we are here for you. I guess that's it. Shall we stop the recording?
Yeah, please. Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, thank you guys. I took some good notes, and